My best friend wore white to my wedding, so I gave her something blue she'll never wash out. Jenna had been my friend since middle school. When I got engaged to Rob, she was the first person I called. She screamed so loud I had to hold the phone away from my ear. 6 months into planning, I showed her my dress. It was this beautiful ivory gown with tiny pearls on the sleeves. She said it was perfect, and I looked like a princess. 2 weeks later, she called me crying. Her cousin was getting married the same month and asked her to be a bridesmaid. She needed to find something to wear as a guest. The next day, she texted me a photo. A white dress. Not off-white or cream. Straight up wedding white with lace details. I stared at my phone for 5 minutes thinking she was joking. When I called her, she laughed it off saying it was the only dress that fit her budget and looked good. I tried to be nice about it. I said maybe she could find something else, that white was traditionally for the bride. She got defensive immediately. Said it wasn't actually white, it was pearl, and I was being a bridezilla over nothing. She hung up on me. I called my mom, my sister, even Rob. Everyone said the same thing. No one wears white to someone else's wedding, period. But Jenna was stubborn. When I texted her again, she said she already bought it and couldn't return it. Wedding day came. I was getting ready in the bridal suite when my sister burst through the door. Her face was red with anger. She's here, and she wore it, she said. I looked out the window and saw Jenna walking across the parking lot in that white dress, carrying a small gift bag. During the ceremony, I could see her in the third row. The dress was even more white than in the photo. People kept glancing at her and whispering. My aunt actually turned around twice to stare. Rob's grandmother asked his mom who the second bride was. At the reception, Jenna acted like nothing was wrong. She complimented my dress, took selfies with other guests, and danced like she owned the place. When she hugged me during the receiving line, she whispered that I looked beautiful and she was so happy for me, the whole time wearing that white dress. I smiled and thanked her, but inside I was planning. During dinner, I grabbed the chocolate fountain ladle. I had been watching Jenna all night. She always went to the bathroom right after eating, like clockwork since high school. Some things never change. I waited outside the bathroom door with the ladle full of chocolate. When she came out, I pretended to trip, sending chocolate all down the front of her white dress. She screamed as the dark chocolate soaked into the fabric. Everyone turned to look. I apologized loudly, saying how clumsy I was and how sorry I felt. My new mother-in-law rushed over with club soda and napkins. Jenna stood there with chocolate dripping off her dress onto her white shoes. But that wasn't enough. 20 minutes later, I found her by the cake table trying to clean the chocolate stains. I walked over with a glass of red wine, supposedly to check on her. This time, I didn't pretend to trip. I looked her straight in the eyes and poured the entire glass down her chest. The red wine mixed with the chocolate, creating this awful brown mess all over her white dress. She gasped and stepped backward, bumping into the wedding cake. A piece of blue frosting from the decorations smeared across her hip. Now she had chocolate, wine, and blue frosting covering her white dress. She looked like she'd been in a food fight. Jenna started crying. Not just tears, but full-on sobbing. She ran to the bathroom while guests stared after her. She came back 10 minutes later wearing her jacket zipped up to hide most of the stains, but you could still see wine on her skirt and blue frosting on her shoes. She found me during the bouquet toss. Her makeup was ruined from crying and her voice was shaky. She said she was leaving early, that she didn't feel well. I hugged her goodbye and told her I hoped she felt better soon. The next morning, she texted me a photo of the dress in her bathtub. The stains hadn't come out even after soaking overnight. She said she tried everything, but the white fabric was ruined. She asked if I knew any good dry cleaners. I never responded to that text. 3 days later, she called demanding I pay for a new dress. I told her I was sorry about the accidents, but reminded her that everyone warned her not to wear white to my wedding. She called me petty and hung up. We haven't spoken since.